A soft man is a man that is passive. He has no drive. He lacks boundaries.
Let's say back then, every female had 1 or 2 bodies. Now every female has 10 or more. Because things like crack in the 80s took them out. Said, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Why do I need a woman if there's a plastic toy that's designed
To feel the same way, if not better.
exactly?
Have they adopted the right family ideals that would say we should perpetuate this? Or do we find ourselves still in our present moments getting rid of generational curses that people have lived within? All right, we're gonna touch on soft men,
Yeah.
but we're also gonna touch on hard women.
Ooh. Hey.
You around need a lesson. Baby girl want a blessing. Man, I'm bright like the damn sun. You can hide if you damn want. Leave it all in the dungeon. Scary morning breed them lessons. Baby girl say I'm handsome.
Like,
Pull up in the black shirt, baby, won't you get in?
Ah, we in this bitch, man.
Amen. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Pure Intentions Podcast, home of the best conversations for young adults to learn how to live better lives and more intentional lives.
Yes, sir.
I am one of your hosts, David,
I'm Justin.
and this is episode, bro, honestly, I think it's 42.
I have no clue. Hey, y'all let us know what episode.
Let us know
we
what
on.
episode it is, bro.
You feel me?
It's crazy because literally from the beginning episodes, we forgot what episode it was. I think every single episode I ask what episode we're on.
And I'm always like, I don't know.
yeah, y'all just let us know, bro. Y'all let
Yeah.
us know. But hey, man, couple of announcements. Join the Pure Intentions community. Going in the fall, people going back to school, man. You want to make sure you tapped in with the right community, getting the right knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we here, bro. We putting in work.
Hell
So
yeah.
make sure you are tapped in with that. But also the social medias, get the numbers up. Let's get the followers on Instagram up. Let's get the subscribers on YouTube up. If you are not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the channel.
This is it.
Over 25%, only 25% of y'all are subscribed. So that means 75% are, just watching. And I appreciate you watching, but subscribe because you like it. I'm good.
This is it.
But hey, man, bro, it's Friday, bro. How was your week, bro?
My week, shit. It's just another week, just work. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
August off to a great start.
Hell yeah. A lot of responsibilities, though, I could say for sure.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
Ain't nothing I can't handle.
Hey, a lot of these men can't handle that shit,
Yeah.
and we gonna touch on that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna touch on soft men,
Yeah.
but we're also gonna touch on hard women.
Ooh.
And who's to blame? Who made this happen? Because everybody has noticed this, bro.
Yeah.
In the world, the roles have changed. The tides have turned, bro. Women are in positions that they were not in before, and men are in positions that they were not in before, or at least not as much.
When do you think this all started? This great shift. Nah.
Bro, if I'm being honest, bro, I would say very recently, maybe about the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s type of, maybe 1980s type of thing. I definitely wasn't alive back then, but just from looking at history and the things that were going on, you kind of put isolated situations together and they come out to an outcome like this, where men are acting in ways that they usually wouldn't act, and women are, acting in ways that they haven't before. So yeah, man. But that's the topic for today, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into what caused this. What are some very scary statistics that people have been hiding from y'all on this topic, and also like what do we how do we move on from here? How do we reconcile this? How do we make this situation better if possible? You know? So what do you want the people to take from this episode, bro?
Shit, you done said it all, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you done said it all.
All right, bro. So first off, bro, what do we mean by soft?
So I actually wrote down a definition of what I believe soft men are. So a soft man is a man that is passive. He has no drive. He lacks boundaries, and he is consumed by his comfort zone.
Oh my God.
That is my definition of a soft man.
That's bro. That's touching on so many of them, bro.
Yes.
Just to add to that, bro, a soft man is basically a decline in traditional masculine traits like resilience, purpose, ambition, often linked to emotional, economic, or social struggles. So that means that how our world is kind of contributes to how we are, at least as a mass. And so when society changed in specific ways, which we're going to get into, like the sexual revolution or feminism or the men's mental health movement, all this little bullshit. I'm not going to call it bullshit, but this has really took a turn, and it has made men, you know, work less, have less purpose, have less desire to strive for harder and harder things, or even have standards for themselves. And the first one that I want to point out is the shift in dynamics where women felt like they didn't need men anymore. And what I think happened there is that since men were getting this reaction from women that they were unneeded or things like that, it made them less conscious about the things that previously were needed. So how well are you able to provide for me? How well are you able to protect me? Are you able to lead me good? Stuff like that, they stopped caring about. And it was a perception that was perpetuated, I believe, in the society, specifically the Western society, in how men began to change how they operate.
And so you said you think that started in the 80s?
That, bro, I believe that started, you know, when I believe that started probably at the first time when women wanted more roles within society.
Yeah, me too.
Because traditionally, let's face it, bro. I'm not saying this was right or wrong. Women were held as, bro, almost like property, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got your husband, you follow everything your husband do, you follow wherever he want to go, and at some point in time, women just decided, hey, we want to do more. We don't want this, you know, low role in life. And so women's suffrage began coming around. Hey, we want to start voting. In specific war times, women took up roles in, you know, helping the homeland still function. And that changed their confidence and ability to now take on way more. And now in 2025, we see the higher rates of women in education, higher rates of women involved in legislation, higher rates of women involved in leadership positions and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, where I think this started in America, at least, was in the 1930s. Like you said, the right to vote. That's like the 19th Amendment, I believe. And during the 30s, I feel like that's when women in the United States, I feel like that's when women really started to put their foot down and be like, nah, like we're equal to men, you know, like we deserve everything men get. So that's a great thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, like I feel like when you, I feel like it was genuine, yes, but at the same time, I feel like it was kind of like a point to prove, and I think that's how we got here. It's like at first, the whole movement may have been genuine. Now in the 2020s and the late 2010s, I think it more so evolved into a point to prove instead of a genuine movement to show that like we are equal to men.
It became a trend.
Yes. Exactly.
And now we see that everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
But we define soft men, so let's also define what we mean by hard women. Okay? Hard women. A hard woman, for me, refers to a woman that prioritizes career over family, independence, high standards, and sometimes they will not compromise or they're emotionally distant. And these are things that traditionally were present. The woman was focused on the family, the man would go out and get the money. The woman would be the emotional aspect to the relationship, the men would be the logical aspect to the relationship. And specifically with independence, women had to become hard because they had to withstand the things that men had to withstand. So they had to develop these mechanisms within themselves that we would consider a hard person to develop, such as independence or not needing any help in a space where previously you would have. So what do you think about that definition?
Yeah, bro, like that's damn near what I put down. Like what I had for a hard woman is hyper independent, always in survival mode, and emotionally guarded. Like, you know, protect their emotions a lot.
Yeah.
They don't tune into that emotional natural side.
And they're supposed to.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be emotional. You're supposed to be submissive, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want to tell nobody how to live, but if you not, you got a little bit of a trauma you probably got to go past.
And that's what this all boils down to, bro, is trauma. Like these are just trauma responses that we're just facing now in the 2020s. It's all trauma that's been, and the thing is, like a lot of the time, it's like you can't even blame this generation of women because shit probably came from their household. They may have not have had a father in their life, so what they seen as a kid was a strong, independent, single mother that provided for them.
Yeah.
So that caused them to be like,
I gotta be that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need no man to do nothing. I seen my mom do everything. Like fuck I need a man for. So then when they grow up, that's their program.
Yeah. That's
how they operate.
That's literally their program, bro. I was talking to somebody maybe a couple months ago, and I basically said, bro, modern females are simply not geared to have need a man. Like they're just not geared towards that, bro. They're geared towards things like what you just mentioned. Growing up, you saw your mom taking care of everything, and maybe even a little bit inside of that, she's told you how bad men can be. Or you've heard that from another community of women, and they've told you, oh, make sure you have yourself always. Make sure you never depend on a man. And in my opinion, it's so unfortunate where this has become, because like we're talking about weak men and hard women, men have come to a state where they don't want to provide 100%. They don't want to give that part they want to give like a little 50-50 or maybe a 60-40 or a 75-25. They want help within it. And I'm the type of dude where my woman, she does not have to worry about anything unless she wants to. I am the one that is going out and facing the world and allowing you to be in this space where you can thrive within the things that you need to thrive in, which is raising my goddamn kids to be the best that they can fucking be and helping me handle things within life. Yeah. Because a man can't do all this shit alone, for real. Like, there's things that a man is going to be oblivious to that a woman is going to catch. But hard women have stepped up in position to cover where these weak men are falling short, which is bills. You end up living with a woman and you are not paying a single one of the bills. And now you see the actual tangible outcomes of what this has become. It has become where women aren't just saying, I don't need a man. They're being shown they don't need a man by the men. They're getting in situations where a man is not being a complete man. A man is not leading completely. And I'm not, and the thing is, bro, in a previous episode, I mentioned that there was an emphasis on perfection within the performance of a man. Meaning, you have to be on your P's and Q's 24-7. And if you're not, then you're going to get looked at a little bit different. And men stopped caring about that too. And so women started saying, okay, you don't want to, it's like I got a roommate anyway. And what do we know women to be by nature? Hypergamous. They want a mate that is better than they are. Yeah. And so when you fuck with a man, and I would relate it back to bad choosing. You should have never chose a man that was like that. And maybe it got like that, and you didn't actually choose that person, and it got like that, but you choosing to stay with him and shit. So
you touched on a lot of important things right there, bro. So I want to go back to the needing a man, a woman needing a man needing a woman. Okay. Do you think that, like, women really need men? Or do you think men need women? Because to me, I would say you could live a life without having a partner and die. You know?
Okay.
So
that's one aspect though.
Yeah.
None of us got here without a woman.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's why I feel like
none of us will have a safer country without men.
Literally.
So what the fuck? We need each other.
But in a relationship sense.
If you want to have kids, you gotta have a woman.
Yeah.
You cannot perform that action without a woman being there. So yes, you need a woman. Yeah. Would you consider that a relationship? Maybe you wouldn't, but that is in fact a relationship right there.
That just made me think about something. Okay, so let's go back to that single mother and a daughter analogy, right? Mm-hmm. So the daughter is a little girl. She sees that her mom is doing everything without a man. So she grows up to adopt that programming, that same type of mindset. Let's say she wants kids. So she's like, okay, I do want kids, but if the man that gives me the kids isn't shit, fuck him. Like, I'm gonna leave him and nigga in the past. So I think that can also, I think that's actually a cycle that's going on now that I think about it. It's more than just like adopting a program, because like I just asked about the relationship. It's like, I mean, yeah, about relationships and having kids. It's like, okay, somebody can want to have kids but not want to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. But it's still a relationship, though. It's just not a romantic relationship in that sense.
It depends, bro. You know, sometimes, you know, everything. It's like sometimes the women and the men don't ever speak again. You know, like the dude is totally out the fucking picture. Yeah. So I feel like that's actually a dangerous fucking cycle that's going now, and it probably has been going on. See, for me, bro, for the black community, I blame everything on crack. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like once crack hit the black community, it was GG's, like it was raps. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's for the black community. That's really what fucked up the household, and I think we need families.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm trying to get to.
But here's the thing. Here's my problem with that. I believe we need families as well. But in the course of how our existence has come about, meaning our generations leading up to our current generation, have they adopted the right family ideals that would say we should perpetuate this? Or do we find ourselves still in our present moments getting rid of generational curses that people have lived within? What we need is the right family. Because the families that we have now are largely perpetuated by what society is. I'm going to be honest, bro. One of the things that you will see from the conventional black family, you are a church family, you want the best for your kids, you send them off to college, you hope they join an organization and give back to their community and do shit like this. Look where we are, bro. It ain't really did shit for us. No, dead ass. We are not in a good position, bro. If we're talking about black people, we're not in a good position. We are in a deficit. And that deficit has not been made better. So we need to change the ways that our families are functioning. And what we need to do is look at what has been working for others. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and I was saying, hey, maybe the US should stop trying to figure out how they can come up with a new idea and beat China. Maybe they should ask them what the fuck they're doing and take some fucking notes. Because they're absolutely amazing at what they do. And it's the same way with this, what we're talking about right now. Why don't we look at the other races and how they are functioning, how they are making decisions? And of course, yes, we are at a deficit, but why don't we make more practical action towards getting to that reality of a better family? Because honestly, bro, most of these families, bro, I don't want to say this, but most of these families need to get extinguished, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy. But the reason I say that is because they are so deep into the functioning that they are, that it will only present a stain on the rest of the race as a whole. And that's if we're looking at it as a whole. I don't care about your family compared to mine. I have my family. I'm going to make sure my family is straight. But if we're looking at the collective, the weak will have to die out. I'm going to be honest, bro. And that's some harsh shit.
It is.
But guess what will happen after the weak die out?
What?
The strong will exist. The strong will be there. And then the weak out of the strong will get weeded out next. Am I saying that's what should happen? I don't think that life can happen like that, because life as we know it is a decently inclusive thing if we choose to, hold it that way. But yeah, we're going to need a reset because people have gotten into these behaviors and traditions and rituals that are not helping.
That actually had me thinking about what I said earlier about if somebody grows up like I don't need a man or I don't need a woman, they live a happy single life and they die. And let's say they don't have siblings. Well, now their bloodline is extinct.
Literally.
So that has me thinking like I think that's nature killing off the weak. I'm not saying that's weak.
Hey, bro, it's present everywhere else. Why wouldn't it be present in human life? It has to happen. But that's if we want this outcome of a better family, one that is not with independent women and weak men that won't step up to their respective roles, but one where they are making the right decisions because they know what's important, which is the perpetuation of our family.
Nah, man. Nah, what you said was very powerful, especially what you said, having the right family or like choosing the right family, something on that line. So you get into that. So it's like something I wrote down is premature relationships. I feel like lust. Once again, we speaking about lust, but I feel like lust can cause premature relationships, and lust has a high probability of having a baby born, and now we got a kid together, but I don't really know you. You don't really know me. So now we having problems. We beefing.
And we trying to figure out why.
Exactly.
Bro, we stayed on the surface level. Our relationship was tied together by how good I fuck you. That's just what it is, bro. It's not anything other than that. It's not, what's your fucking plan in life? What's your fucking thought about this super serious topic? How do you think our kids should be raised?
Yeah.
It's not, fuck all that shit. Nigga wants some pussy, girl wants some dick. That's just what it is, bro.
And boom, baby born.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of sad. And it kind of gets into the sexual revolution, because this has made it even easier for people to indulge in lustful relationships. And this was a period in the 60s and 70s when certain things were introduced, like the abortion pill or, rights, body rights. And it gave women confidence to make mistakes over and over again. That's what I'm going to call it. Make mistakes over and over again. It gave you the confidence to fuck up multiple times before you choose to get it right. You say, shit, he accidentally nutted in me. Plan B, we get the baby out of there. Okay, cool. So now I don't have this lingering over my head of I have to be careful with who I sleep with because I can have a kid. Because now you got condoms. You have all of these ways that are literally allowing you to indulge in the act without the consequences. But there are consequences. There are always consequences. Each cause has an effect.
What's the effect?
For women, you become diluted. In the previous history, you were attached to your man. Usually, it was from a younger age.
Yeah.
One father would go to another father and say, hey, my daughter can be with your son. All right, give me some cattle. I'll let it happen. And you guys had that relationship without having other relationships. Meaning you've never experienced another human or another man or another woman. And in women's minds, and this is scientific study, if a woman has more sexual partners, she is less likely to stay with a man. For a multitude of reasons. Because she has something to compare to. Because she has the attachment of that man within her being. Physically and metaphysically. And this is also contributed to how men decide to carry themselves as well. Because men now are like, you know, I can get the girlfriend experience, you know, and not have to get a kid from it. And so they stop saying, I'm going to go on a date or some shit like that. I'm not going to put in this extra effort because I can just go get it easily now. Because let's say back then, every female had 1 or 2 bodies. Now every female has 10 or more. That's a drastic difference. Bro, it's a difference. I'm not, bro. Listen, I'm talking about this shit. I am not trying to talk down on anyone. I'm just pointing out the difference. I'm pointing out the realities. This is the reality. So when you have that, you have a girl that is super experienced. Maybe this one guy rocked her fucking world, bro. And now she gets to this guy that's a great guy. Perfect guy for the husband role. But Jake. Jake. Look, I can't get Jake off my mind. 2 years, 3 years into the marriage, she's like, I'm getting a little bored. I remember Jake. Let me see where he's at. Oh, he has a wife too? Well, we could just, nobody's going to know about it. And those type of occurrences begin to happen. It opens the possibility for those to happen. And that's why you hear men nowadays saying more that they want a virgin. Because they don't want a girl that has experienced so much. They want to be that girl's experience.
Yeah. Okay, we could say that about women, but can we say the same thing about men as well?
What?
Every man has 10 plus bodies, or there may be somebody they slept with in the past. Now they married. Now they're bored with their wife.
But what's the effect of that on a man, though? It's not the same effect.
What do you mean by that?
That's not a new thing for a man to have multiple bodies. A man has had multiple wives. What the fuck? That's been a norm. So it's not going to change the behavior of a man when it's just a normal thing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
The reason why we want our wives to be someone with less experience is because we want a better marriage experience. We want a better partner experience that is not diluted by other experiences had with other men. Y'all fucking too much, bro. No, dead ass. You're not being selective because you don't think you have to be. And when you are being selective, you're selecting wrong because you're not selecting from the right perspective. Your dad used to select for you. Some of these girls have never experienced that. Why? Because they don't have a dad. Because things like crack in the 80s took them out. Said, get the fuck out of here, bro. And we're laughing. I take this as a serious thing, but like this is the reality, bro. They got their ass up out of there. The government got their ass up out of there. And then incentivize y'all ass to keep them out. You get paid when you knock the dude out the house, bro. I got 4 kids. I'm about to get a band per kid now.
Yeah, that is a sad, unfortunate truth.
These are the things that have led to our present moment. These are the things that have led to weaker men and harder women.
I think it all boils down to men, though, I think we have to put all the blame on men for the rise of soft men and for the rise of hard women, because men are like the forefront. The pure men are supposed to lead by example. Like you said, if a daughter had a father in her life, I can't even say that. I know some hoes with dads, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes those dads can be too strict. That's why they turn out to be hoes. But I digress. But anyway, for the vast majority though, like if a daughter or if a little girl has a dad in her life, a real man, I should say, let's just say that, because it could be a fuck up dad. But if a daughter has a real man father figure in her life, she's gonna know what type of man to choose for herself. She's gonna know, oh, I need to choose a man that knows how to change tires.
At least, god damn. Ain't no reason you should be in a fucking relationship with a man and have to call a male friend to come change your fucking tire because your dude don't know how to. Dumb fuck. That's the stupid shit y'all be doing. You don't know how to literally have the right criteria and vet a nigga.
Literally. But think about it. That's why the women are becoming hard, because the women have to do these male roles.
They have to do the picking. And because they keep getting the shorter end of the stick or not the best outcome, they begin to close themselves off and change their behaviors. I keep picking men and they're not doing good. So men aren't good. You motherfucker.
And you know, like going back to changing tire analogy too. So why doesn't the boy know how to change a tire? Because the father isn't present.
Check this out, bro. 25% of boys grow up without a father figure. 25%. Now in the black household, I'm pretty sure that number is higher. 92% of single parent homes are led by mothers. And check this out. Boys without fathers are 3 times more likely to engage in crime or substance abuse. 3 times. Just because you don't have a dad in the house, you are 3 times more likely to engage in crime or substance abuse. That means that a whole host of things you aren't getting as well. You aren't getting how to be kind to somebody, but also be a man, a kind man. You aren't knowing how to fucking change a tire. You aren't knowing how to cut some grass. You aren't knowing how to diagnose a problem in your car or diagnose a problem on a lawnmower to fix it, or put up a fucking birdhouse, build some shit for yourself, cut down a tree, trim it, and turn it into something.
Yeah.
You aren't getting all of that type of stuff. And it's not to say that every single father should be teaching these specific skills, but motherfuckers ain't getting none of them. I was very fortunate, bro. My dad is a literal diamond in the rough, bro, because all the stuff that I mentioned, he taught me. And it was because he was there. Very involved.
Yeah. And we can even go into like the internal skills that like boys aren't getting from being raised from single mothers, such as emotional intelligence, discipline, the power of consistency, respect, how to walk as a man, you know, don't slouch over, shake a man's hand firm, look a man in the eye when you speak to him. Simple internal qualities like that, a lot of boys don't get because they don't have any father figure at home. They're being raised by a woman. So that's why I said we can't put the blame on the women. It all comes back to the men, bro.
Yeah, literally. I will never place the blame on women. The only thing I will say is that women are dealing with what they were given.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally.
And it very much sucks, bro, that these are the type of men that they have to deal with, bro. And the thing is, there are men that are great men, and there are women that find those men. You know, it's just not everybody can.
Yeah. That's something I wanted to speak on too, is that like if you don't have your rough, experiences maybe with a man or a woman in relationships, basically, just don't give up. Because it's genuine people out there. It's genuine men out there still. It's genuine women out there still that's gonna love you and treat you how you want to be treated. So just don't close yourself off.
Here's the thing, bro. Most people are going off of who they fucked with in high school, who they fucked with in college, or who they fucked with in a same city, bro. You ain't even in the right place to find a good person. You in the club, shawty. you dealing with drug dealers and niggas that drink too much. That's who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So go somewhere where it's not that. Go somewhere to a nice fucking pristine bar that you have to have a membership to get into. Go to a fucking country club that's actually one that's a little bit more ethical, because I know they be getting fucked up too. But what I'm trying to say is that we aren't going to the right places, and we're allowing our poor choices within the wrong places to dictate how we feel about it. I know for a fact that I have not dealt with a girl that has been in super, super rich places. I'm not saying that's going to be a better person or anything like that. I'm just saying I haven't dealt with that. I don't know what that's like. So if I wanted to have a better experience, wouldn't I go to these better places that I think they would be, instead of trying to find a bitch at Walmart? That's retarded, bro. I'm not saying that, bro. And I'm not saying that good girls aren't at Walmart. I'm just saying, look at the levels of the places that you're at. Certain places, you are only going to find good women. You are only going to find women that are at a certain stature, that have certain standards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, bro, it's just environment. Some of us are in shitty environments, and so we do have shitty people.
Yeah. Your environment really shapes your perspective on life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why environment is so key. And that goes to like animals, anything, just where you're at. But that's why you can't be limited by your environment. You have to know that there's more to life than, like you said, than this small city or your fucking high school or college that you attended. It's more to life.
Yeah, it's you can't close off your experience just because you've had a bad experience. Here's the thing about relationships. It will always be a risk. It will always be a risk. It will always be, is this person who they say they are? Is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? Are we going to last? Or is this person going to break my heart? All that shit is going to always be there, bro. All you can do is, to the best of your ability, choose someone that you will go through that with.
Yeah. And it's very funny you said that, because I was thinking about this a couple of days ago. I'm like, it's literally a risk, like you rolling the dice. But if you had the right perspective, there's no way you can lose. Like, even if the relationship doesn't last forever, you gonna learn more about yourself during that time period you spent with your partner at that time than if you didn't take on this relationship.
Exactly.
So it's really no losing. And shit, if they don't leave, then you with them forever.
You see what I'm saying?
So it's no losing in this shit. It's a positive risk. You just gotta take what life give you.
Yeah.
After that,
people have become scared of that. They don't want to get their heart broke because they got it broke so many times picking the wrong person.
yeah.
But there's other things that have contributed to males being the bitches that they are today. And of course, I've definitely come encounter with some of these things. In along with lust, we have more access to things that we needed women for. And it has changed the experience for us so much so that we don't need women for it anymore. And we've gotten these as technology has gotten better, things like entertainment, gratification, dopamine hits have become easier and easier for men to get. They didn't have to, go out and hunt for their food anymore, or they didn't have to go and play a game with their friends outside. They can hop on the computer real quick and play a game, or hop on their console and play a game, or they can open their computer and look at a naked woman, or they can open their computer and get a nut off. Like, this is the type of stuff that men have indulged in lieu of women being there.
Yeah, and to add on that, which is really crazy to me, is sex toys. So like, I actually know somebody who, I don't know how like vivid you can go on YouTube, but like,
truth is on time.
I actually know somebody who actually had like a fake vagina.
Hold on. Hold the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, like as a toy.
Like, had one.
Yeah, I don't know if they still have it or not, but yes.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say their name, but yeah, so like shit like that. So it's like, why do I need a woman if there's a plastic toy that's designed
to feel the same way, if not better?
Exactly.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It literally has changed the experience. And now the experience has lost a lot of its relationary aspects, or relational aspects. It's made men not put forth the effort anymore.
Yeah.
And one thing that men need to feel like men is effort.
Yeah. I just think about it, bro. Like, even just, let's say our grandfathers and their generation, bro, they were getting drafted to world wars.
Oh God.
They like shit, fuck it. Like,
yeah,
I gotta go drill some shit. Fuck it.
My dad was drafted.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was drafted.
But now this generation of men crying because, oh, I feel anxiety.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's been flipped. Everything has been flipped. Yeah. And that is why it is rare for a woman to find a man that is actually in that position where they want to provide for you all the time. They want to be the best version of themselves. They want to cover their half of the relationship. Mm. And it ain't really half. It's just specific roles.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Specific duties that have to be done by specific fucking genders. Why? Because men are better at things and women are better at some things.
Yeah, like a woman taking out the trash, the trash.
It's crazy.
Out. A woman ain't touching no trash, bro.
You get what I'm saying, bro?
It's crazy.
Like, it is appalling to see. And it is appalling that a woman has to do those things on her own at this point.
And you know what's also crazy is that, I ain't gonna lie, like, when I was younger, bro, like, the boys be arguing with the women about the roles that they supposed to be doing. Mm. So they complaining like, oh, why you want me to do? Like, this is a dude saying this. Why you want me to do this and this and this and this? Like, can't you just do it? And it's like, yeah, they could do it, but like, that's a woman, you know?
Exactly. Like, you want them to be submissive. You want them to be in a little soft girl era, bro. You gonna have to be that.
Literally.
You gonna have to be like, nah, I got it.
Can't just sit around on the game all day and fuck off.
You see what I'm saying? And the dynamic, I'm very interested to see how it goes from here, because we're in 2025. I think that it's only gotten worse, if I'm being honest. You know, we have things like dating apps. Bro, let's get into that really quick, bro. Because in accordance with these things like feminism and sexual revolution, the addition of a dating app has also changed the dynamic as well. Because if you think about the statistics of dating apps, only women are only swiping on a very small percentage of men. And this is my opinion. Things like dating apps and things like Pop the Balloons or these dating shows have created environments for women to display their inability to settle.
Why is that?
Or their inability to want to settle.
Is it because there's so many options or choices?
Yeah. They feel like they have a lot of choices, at least. And I would say it's just like, bro, I used to watch some of these Pop the Balloon things, and the women would get on and they'll hear the first thing, and bro, they'll see a dude's shoes and be like, oh, I don't like his shoes, I'm a pop. Like, what the fuck? That is something that does not matter when a relationship comes about. We're here to find love, but you're popping me because of my shoes. Oh, you don't like my choice of shoes. But men will show up on the screen and they'll give a woman a chance. Unless she's just ugly, they just don't find her attractive, they will give her a chance. And so now there's been a difference in sensitivity to the other role. Men are more allowing of a woman, and women are less allowing of a man.
Yeah. Man, that just has me thinking about, if you really think about it, bro, women run the world for real. Like, everything really a man does is for a woman, you know? So, like, and like, you can even go to like the court system, whatever. Like, they gonna usually take the woman's side more than the man's side. That's why the women end up with the children 92% of the time.
Wow. That's crazy. No, that's a rigged system.
That's what I'm saying.
That's literally the definition of a rigged system. 92%, bro.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But like, it's because like, it just goes back to like, I always use this analogy. 2 kids, one's a boy, one's a girl. The boy falls, scrapes his knee. Get up, nigga, don't cry. A girl falls. Oh my God, you need a Band-Aid, you need some peroxide, woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the same thing. Like, as you move on and now you fighting for...
It's just amplified at different levels. Literally. Now, inside of the court system, we're performing the same action just with legal things.
Literally.
Like, it's actually crazy. Something like custody is that Band-Aid.
That's what I'm saying. And the cut and the little scrape on your knee is the breakup in the relationship.
Yeah.
If the relationship was even present in the first place.
I want a divorce. You aren't being nice to me. I need a divorce now.
I ain't gonna lie, that's rough, bro.
I'll be down if a girl says she want to divorce me.
Shit, what's you gonna do?
You know, what's understood don't gotta be explained. I'm just saying, bro. I'm not going.
Shit, bro. If a girl wanna leave, bro, you gotta open up the door and let her walk.
You right, and I will at any time. I will do that.
And I think that's also something men struggle with. I know I struggle with this. Damn, I'm being vulnerable right now, bro.
Vulnerable, bro.
I'm being hella
You the
vulnerable.
one that graduated college. How the fuck you?
Hey, I was in speech impediment as a kid, bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah, you were.
Yeah, but like, and this is a message for the men. This may be off topic, but it can relate though. Like, cause we talk about men being emotional. Like, if a woman want to walk out your life, let her walk. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. If a man want to walk out a woman life, let him walk. Like, don't fight and beg and do all this extra shit, because a lot of times that just causes more turmoil, and you acting out of emotion, and you're gonna regret that shit later. Like, damn, like maybe that wasn't the best thing I should have did. Like, somebody has the guts and the balls to leave you. Shit, hats off to them. Salute to them.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Kudos, goddamn it.
But one thing about it is that God never makes mistakes. So like I said, you don't lose. You can't lose in a relationship. This shit is learning. You gonna take the lessons and experiences and grow hella, or you gonna be with this person forever. There's no loss.
Yeah. So I want to quickly touch on like how we can make this better, a little bit. And one way is by acknowledging that, yes, bro, we have biological and social differences, bro. We are not equal. Men and women are not equal. Equal means the same, does it not?
Yeah.
We are not the fucking same. That's all I'm saying. Should we have equal fucking rights in life? Yes, of course. But I'm saying we are different beings. We are different sides of the same coin, for real. And we need to acknowledge that as a man, I have a fucking responsibility to be this if I want to be involved with the women. I have a responsibility to lead. And if I know I have that responsibility, I will work on my skill to be able to lead better. And that's just one of the ways we can make this better, because it does need to get better. I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to continue to get worse because the mass of humans do not know how to act, bro. And we're going to get more access, bro. AI stuff is coming out. Yeah. Bro, I'm on Grok right now. There's something called Ani, and it says 18 plus. It's an AI companion that's a female that you can talk to. Bro, I assure you right now, there's some dude that's having sexual conversations with an AI companion, bro. A chatbot.
To me, that's the lowest of the lowest living.
But that's the world we live in, bro.
Crazy.
This is what we're given to deal with. This is what we're up against, bro.
Soft men get 8.
On God, and they should. They should get 8. Like I said before, somebody gonna have to get wiped out for this shit to change. Dead ass, bro. Y'all gonna have to get the fuck up out of here. You not gonna change. We see how much of a low percentage it is that, bro, most women want a 1% man, a 1% man, but will have to settle for that 99% man, bro. The people that they swiping on Tinder, they swiping on that 1% man, bro. They not swiping on that 99% dude. They swiping on that dude that's showing a little bit of body, showing a little bit of money, showing a little bit of shit that they want to see.
Yeah. Damn.
You gotta be a 1% man. You wanna have what you looking for? You gotta be that.
Yeah.
That's where the criteria is now.
Yeah. You remember I told you like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I feel like you gotta like kind of earn your woman, like as a man. Really vice versa, but like as a man, I can only speak from a man perspective. It's like, if I say I want my woman to be this, and this, well, shit, like, I got to make sure we talk about choosing. I got to make sure
I'm triple that.
That's what I'm saying. So she can choose the right soulmate.
Exactly.
So I got to be that myself.
Literally.
So we can attract.
People have lost that initiative within themselves.
Yeah, like, bro, I find it very selfish, bro. Like, I talked about premature relationships earlier, and like the point I'm at in life right now, like the reason I'm not in no relationship is because like I'm not where I want to be at, and I feel like it'll be selfish for me at this moment to be in a relationship with a woman. Like, yeah, I could do it, but at what cost? Like at the cost of her feelings or something like that, because I'm focused on building right now.
What if y'all have an agreement? She know that you building, and she still want to be there with you.
That's different. I ain't gonna lie.
That's non-existent.
You say non-existent?
That's non-existent, bro.
I wouldn't say non-existent.
I'm not gonna say no. Okay, when I say non-existent, I mean you're never gonna find that.
Yeah,
pretty much
slim to none.
Especially not as a young man. As a 23-year-old, bro, all of us are building. That's literally every single one.
Should be.
Should be. Shit, I hope so. If you not building, join the pure intentions community so you can start building.
Yeah, some 23 men talking to that sexual chatbot we just talked about.
What, bro? having silicone pussy. That's crazy, bro.
Life is in fucking insane, bro.
No, and this is the we have been given access to so many things, and what have we chosen to indulge?
Yeah.
As a mass, we have chosen to indulge. So,
to go back to what you were speaking on though, but a thing I think that can really help society or the Western culture is having more men leading by example, like more righteous men in position to lead by example for young boys. Like, cause like when you a boy, bruh, you always kind of look up to somebody, to like another man. Like even if you don't have a father in your life, it may be somebody you see on TV, something. Like I can think of so many people I done seen on TV that influenced me, or even my own dad that influenced me to who I am today. But a lot of times when you in the wrong environment, you looking up to the drug dealer right here because you see he with all the women, but shit, you don't know everything that come with it, like all the losses, the jail, shit, death, etc. So having righteous men in position to lead by example, it's like I feel like damn near every state needs like 10 plus centers you can like send boys to after school or some shit, or maybe they come pick the boys up from school and you go over here to this place and they teach you how to become a man.
That would create a stronger society.
It would.
It would.
And now that I think about it, that may be something that I will work on in the future.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a great idea, bro. Because one thing that I talk about a lot is that we don't need to go one to many. We need to go one to one.
Yeah.
We need to go and fuck with that person, not that whole entire community, bro. We need to get like in that type of initiative, you know, let's say in the city of Lithonia. So in the center is in Lithonia, and we pick up boys from MLK, Lithonia High School, and Arabia. And with the lessons that they're getting from our center or the center, I'm just thinking theoretical.
Mm-hmm.
They will be able to go back to their families and exemplify different things. And most likely they're in that program because they have a decent family anyway.
Yeah.
So if we fix the boys, I think that we can fix the future.
Yeah, it all. I'm really understanding what people be saying. Like it all starts with the youth, because shit, our generation is fucking cooked. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, cooked for sure.
So like the adults, we're cooked. Where you gotta go at now is the fucking youth, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally
the only way I see this shit changing,
that's
bro.
the only chance.
And that's gonna be hard too, because it's like, okay, when they're not at the center, what are they encountering? And have we equipped them well enough to encounter those things and make the right decision in those situations?
Yeah. It's like of course it's probably not gonna be 100% or maybe not even a 90% like success rate with having all the boys turn out well, but it's gonna be better than what it was before. And it may just have to just be a slow build.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think that's literally the only way we can save this Western society.
Yeah. I mean, this shit has been happening, what? We said 1930s, bro. Yeah. 70 plus 25.
90 years.
Damn near 100 years that this shit has cultivated. Ain't no way this shit going away in 100 years.
Hell nah, this shit, like you said, shit may just get worse.
Oh, it's going to, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just the advancement of humans, and by nature, this is what we have shown ourselves to be, given the society we have.
Like, even just look at us, bro. We're in AC right now. Like, you know, we're chilling, AC, feeling all good. Like,
these niggas didn't have that shit, bro. These niggas was dead ass every day. We are training with wooden swords, and then we're going to train with real swords. You're going to train with the men, even though you're fucking 12, 13 years old. We're going to make sure you know that you need to be ready for battle.
Even just 100 years ago. Like, bro, my people in South Carolina, they went to school and they worked on the fucking like farm and like these big ass masses areas of land, bro. Like that was they shit. Sometimes they didn't even finish school because they had to fucking pick these crops and shit.
Yeah.
Then they went to a house with no fucking AC.
Oh God.
But like that's just what it was though. But like we blessed to have AC and shit. You know, the vast majority of us or have this little shit. And I wouldn't say it's causing us to become weak.
It is.
Yeah, it probably is.
But that's why we have to do uncomfortable things.
Yeah,
we
literally.
need to lower our threshold for what we need to survive. You should not need AC to fucking survive. You should need just the essentials.
Damn, that is true.
And we've been conditioned to think that we need all of these additional things. And if we don't have them, we panic.
Yeah. Bro, that's so true, bro. Like that was my definition of a soft man was like living in the comfort zone, bro. Because it's like the comfort zone is so easy, but it's like you have to be uncomfortable. Like, yeah, we're at a day and age where this shit's just gonna be, I wouldn't say like handed to us, but it's like, you know, we have more access to fucking AC and shit like that. So it's like it is making us weaker, but we have to stay hard. Like
you got to make yourself stronger, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
What if David Goggins is like a you know how there's figures at certain points of time that are supposed to teach the world something? What if David Goggins is like that, bro?
I honestly think he is.
Because we don't really have anyone else that's, well, we probably have other people, but not as notable.
I honestly think he is. When he passes away, you know, like people really get their flowers. Well, he's getting his flowers now, but
yeah,
when you pass away, that's when people tend to get their flowers for real.
Yeah.
So like when his time comes to transition, bro, he's gonna go down forever. I feel like.
Oh, nigga gonna have statues.
Literally.
Multiple.
He affected a lot of young men in a positive way.
And still is, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Leading by example, bro. I saw a video last month of him. Some kids saw him running and they asked him, okay, you got any words of encouragement? He was like, you see me out here. Like, the fuck do you need? Yeah, nigga, I'm 12 miles in. What the fuck else you need, bro? Go put some work in.
Yeah. That's we need more people like him.
Yeah. But hey, man, this has been an episode, bro, full of contemplation, full of some facts, full of reality. Let us know what y'all think about the situation that men and women are in, their dynamics, and where we can go from here, if anywhere. Is it fucked? Or is it savable, salvageable? Or should we just completely reform the world? But is blame the right lens? Or should we focus on solutions? And what practical steps can society take to support both men and women in this new era? That's what I would like the audience to think about. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of podcasts are definitely talking about blame. Are definitely talking about this gender did this, did that one, and this one has to get back at that one, and just the conflict parts of this. But we also want to think about solutions.
Yeah. For every problem, there's a solution. Mm-hmm. It's just Indeed. Math, like we said earlier.
Yeah. And it's clear that this issue definitely defies simple answers. We're going to have to really think about something like this if we want to make the world a little bit different. But the softening of men and hardening of women is definitely, present because of how the world has changed in recent times. And by recent, I mean within the last 100 years.
Yeah.
So, food for thought. You got anything, bro?
I said, make sure y'all join the community. Y'all keep working on yourselves.
Oh, good. Taking care of yourselves. Staying comfortable, man. And the thing is, bro, I love a hard woman. I'm going to be honest. Okay, I love a strong woman. I don't love a hard woman. I love a strong woman. A woman that is able to have some qualities of that type of shit, but it ain't never overriding me within the relationship. Like that has to be the understanding. You could be a strong woman, just when it comes to your man, don't be a hard woman. That's my last piece, man. But yeah, man, this has been episode number 42.
Yeah, y'all let us know what episode we on.
Oh God, or yeah, I think it's 42.
I don't know.
I think. But you know, we on the way to episode 50. We almost there, bro.
I do something special for that.
Yeah, if y'all want us to do anything specific, special, give us some ideas in the comments, and we'll see about making it happen. We definitely got to do something special.
Yeah.
But this has been the Pure Sisters podcast, and we out.